Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to take a look at the Crusader Intrepid. This isn't quite out yet. I actually originally, my first cut said this is an alpha, and the whole game's an alpha, which is a joke in itself. But anyways, it's on PTU. So you can rent it now, because it's currently at the Expo, Crusader is. So you can see here, it has an asymmetric design. We're taking a look on the outside. You can see there's a door up front, and then there's two cargo sections at the back. It holds 4 SCUs each, not a 4 SCU box, but 4 single SCUs, or you can do a double, a 2 SCU box and just put back to back those 2 boxes. So I'm just going to bring one over here so we can put it in here just to show how that essentially works very carefully. I'm definitely not being careful. But yeah, you can see here, it just easily fits in. You could put 2 of these in here. I don't think you can stack them. So just assume, because this is going to go up, I accidentally hit the SCU box there instead of hitting the close. But even if you get locked in here, you can just use this to go in and out. You can also see there's a little visibility window here. You can look through and see into the ship. But yeah, you can actually open that panel as well. But you can't get, I wasn't able to get the box out of that panel. So I don't know if you can cheese putting more SCUs in here than just the 4 it's meant for. Anyway, there's 2 of these. So there's 1 on each side. Take that as you will, or as you may. Again, you could do 4 1 single SCU boxes, or you can do 2 SCU boxes. This up here looks to be a size 3 gun, which is super unfortunate because that's not a lot to work with. You know, probably not the worst of the starter ships, because if you think about it, I think some of the others have like maybe 2 size 2s or even 2 size 1s, but it's really bad when you compare it to something like what's meant to be its counterpart, which is probably the Titan, which is what I've got out as well. Additionally, because the chair comes back so far because of its Crusader design, it adds quite a bit of front to the length of the front of the ship. So it just doesn't, yeah, anyways, it doesn't look great on the front. It seems like it's a little bit, maybe a little too long. But that's just the design. You can see here, size 3, one particular size 3 gun, so not a lot to work with. There are quite a few little knickknacks, right? So this is like a gold standard, essentially. So it looks really good as far as that part of the design. You may or may not like the design. That is what it is. And the functionality, so all in all, so far I'm not super impressed with the ship. I'm not really looking to get all the ships in this segment anyways, but as a starter, it's a little lackluster compared to what I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little more competitive with something like the Spirit, considering I expect they'll probably get close to $100 with this. And that's just going to be oof. So we'll see what the pricing is going to be, but even... yeah, it's just hard to compare it. But again, as far as design, like if you just want all these amenities, so it's got gun racks here. It does have this whole section, which I don't know if it'll want 8 SCU boxes might fit in here. If they don't, at least you can get little knickknacks and stuff in there. You have a couple weapons racks. I only have my tractor beam, so I'll try that and put that in the rack up here. So it's got a little pistol rack, which again, I think we're going to expect to see a lot of these in the newest designs because it's just the way that the design language currently works. Additionally, you'll have a suit locker here, which is good. Again, I think a lot of this is going to be very common. Up here you have a storage, which is 1.5 SCU, so not quite 2 SCUs, but it's not bad at 1.5. You can get, you know, suit and stuff like that in there. I wasn't sure what these are in the back, but they appear to be lights. So they've got the ambience lights where you can do like the red alert lights and all that kinds of stuff, up to you on what you want to set them at. But that's what that appears to be. It's hard to tell until I zoom in there that it's the light function. It's kind of a weird spot for it, but you know, that's what they chose. So here is the bathroom. And this is another situation where I can actually see myself again in the mirror. I don't know what this character design is. I just picked random to get into the PTU. And then you get yourself a little toilet to sit down at. So, I mean, decent little home away from home ship. But as far as like actual capabilities, it's form over function for me. I think, yeah, you still can't see the helmet once I put it on, but you got your little nook for eating, and then you got a little area for like microwaving food and putting stuff in a little mini fridge. I'd like these little water dispensers and stuff to actually give out water. That'd be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for your amenities. And then at this point, it's just components back here. So your little, again, this is another thing. They're going to start thinking more about engineering as well. I mean, obviously engineering is not ready. This is where you can, or you can see your cargo. But although there's the rest of the components, some of the other ones are up front. But although engineering's not in yet, and they've pushed it off, I think they'll have that in mind as they build out these ships. But you can see here, you can open up a little cargo section here. But I'm thinking, oh great, I can probably cut a couple SCUs, especially right next to it, right? I could probably get a 2 SCU box right there. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to tell. But when I try to tractor it out, it just falls outside. So I think they've already thought of that, and they've put a wall there. So, I don't know. It could be a bug or it could be a feature. So it's hard to tell. So it doesn't seem like you can trick it and put more SCs in here. And if you do want to, you would need to probably tractor them through the front door. So at the end of the day, again, it's not as functional as I'd like it to be. But if you're just into the design of it and you like how it looks, that could be something. But it's hard to compete. I don't, again, pricing, we don't know yet. But if the pricing's even close to the Spirit, something like the Spirit will be a better buy, especially if it can go on sale, which it probably will in IAE. You can get 8 SUs in here as well. Obviously, it's less accessible because you really can't go out this door anymore. You have to go through the front. So from that point, it's not ideal. Back here, you know, this doesn't have the gold standard, so it's just not usable space right now. And then you've got a bed. So I'm going to get it. It's really basic. But if you're just out and about, like, I can't imagine you would live in a starter. So I just think when you're looking at starters, just look at lowest costs to get into the game and enjoy it and work your way up to a different ship. But as far as like firepower, I mean, there's just more functionality here because it's got 1 size 4 and 2 size 3s, like way more firepower. Like, it's not just the 1 size 3, but it's got way more firepower. So if the price point is the same for these two, I just don't see it. Like, you can carry the same amount of SCUs technically. Sure, it doesn't have all the amenities and it's not as new, but it will give you more capabilities in game. I just don't see the point of what they're doing with this newer design by Crusader. I think it's kind of a slap in the face from what Crusader can usually offer. Like, it doesn't offer any extra cargo. It doesn't offer any extra combat capabilities. It just looks... I mean, you have to be into the looks. I'm not really into the looks either. So, I don't know. It's a miss for me, but I don't know how to really make it better. It just seems to be an overall miss. Anyways, thank you all for checking out the video. I know I'm a little bit negative on this one, but it just... I don't know. It just seems like a miss to me. Anyways, catch y'all next time. Peace.